In boxing, some paths cross and are destined to cross again. This is one of those fights. It is a barnstormer of a chief support. Zak Chelli, Cullen. Let's go head to head. Boys, thanks for joining me. This fight happened before. Zak, you feel as though you got the wrong end of the stick on that decision. It was a draw. What were your initial thoughts after that decision was made?
Yeah, I started had hate towards Matchroom and their judges. I knew I won that fight, and I wanted to rematch straight away. But then Boxer contacted me, and Jack, of course, stayed with Matchroom, and our paths went different ways.
Jack, what was your assessment of that fight?
Basically, just as Zach was saying there, at the end of the day, I thought I won, he thought he won. It was a draw. To be honest, I thought we'd probably get it on maybe a little bit earlier than this. And like I said, we both gone our own ways. Obviously, I won my last fight, the British and Commonwealth, and it's a title what Zach wants. So he's got to come and fight me for it.
First fight was behind closed doors. What difference do you feel like that made to your performance?
You don't really notice it in the ring, and when you're in the ring, you don't really care what's happening outside. Just peaceful and calm, really, and in the ring, it's still peaceful and calm for me, so it's all good.
Jack, what about you? I know you always have a big following.
Yeah.
Fighting in silence, did that make a difference?
You know what? I enjoyed it. The lockdown was. I enjoyed the bubble, the whole thing of it. I mean, at the end of the day, we was lucky to even be fighting. At the end of the day, the full country was on shutdown, wasn't it? And yeah, like I said, I fought twice. In the back garden, and yeah, it was a good experience. Like I said, when you got a crowd, it's a little bit different. Probably a bit better if you ask me. Once the crowd gets behind you, a bit more exciting.
Well, luckily for everyone, this one is in front of fans. Jack, what improvements have you made?
I'm just a total different fighter all round. If you go from the last couple of fights, I mean, you'd see it. I'm sure Zach and his team have watched what I've improving or what I'm not improving. Same with me. We've sat down and watched what he does good and what he doesn't do good. And at the end of the day, that's what your team's all about, and that's what you should be doing, studying your fighters. So we've studied them, and we're ready to fight night.
A lot of people may have thought you'd be past your best at this point. I say that in a nice way, you know. Some people thought, maybe we'd seen the best of Zak Cullen.
Yeah.
And then in your last performance, you pulled out a ridiculously good KO.
Yeah.
Has that given you a new lease of life? Do you feel like you're better than you've ever been?
I mean, a lot of people did doubt me, didn't they, before the Mark Efron fight. I mean, the fight before I fought Pacheco, I mean, this time next year will be a world champion. So it is what it is. I got beat by him, but didn't get beat by no nugget. I got beat, but he's going to be a world champion. So I dusted that off. I got back in the gym, and I trained hard. And I trained hard for an hard fight against Mark Efron, and I made that night easier.
You suffered your first defeat, or not your first defeat. You suffered a recent defeat. What did that do for you mentally? What's changed since that?
Mentally, yeah, it made me understand that boxing is a mental sport, 90% mental sport. On the night, I wouldn't say I was in the right place. You could probably see the first couple of rounds. I was just coming back to going to blank. Like, I don't know what was going on. And then I start waking up, and that's when I start winning the rounds. Everyone has a bad day in office, and I believe that was my bad day. And obviously in the future, I'd like to prove it. But for now, I'm not looking past Zak Cullen. He's the guy who has the belts, and he's the guy I want to fight.
He has the British and Commonwealth. Is that an added incentive? Not that you need much incentive. Is that really the cherry on top of the cake?
No, I've always wanted to rematch with Zak Cullen, and now I've got revenge of his trainer as well, because he's from Jeffers. And now there's 2 titles on the line, so as a Muslim, I say alhamdulillah, and I'm happy for this opportunity.
You just mentioned the gym there. It does seem to be flying right now. What is the atmosphere like in there?
Yeah, listen, all the lads are buzzing off each other. The amateur lads, they're all coming through the England team. Everything what every lad's in that gym training hard for, they're coming out on top. So like I say, come Saturday night and we'll go again. Same again, keep it going.
Zak, you've had a change of trainers as well. What has that transition been like for you?
Barry's always been there for me since my Southern title, English title, WBA, Intercontinental title. Only one he wasn't there was for the silver Commonwealth title. And now he's taken a more of a lead role. Yeah, he's seen what I'm good at and he's improved on it. He's seen what I'm not so good at and he's fixed it. Well, not fixed it, we worked on it and improved that as well. So yeah, you're going to see a totally different Zak Chelli. Well, a better Zak Chelli, as you'll see on Saturday.
You've said that you don't think Zak can change that much and that eventually he will always become what he becomes. What do you make of that?
I don't think that's true. I mean, obviously I've got my fundamentals and my basics and that's always going to be there, my aggression. But I'm going to use that now for my advantage.
What does Jack do well and what doesn't he do well?
I say, Jack, you have a very good amateur style, as in good jab, good straights, good uppercuts and hooks. That's what he does really well. I won't say what he doesn't do well. We'll see on Saturday.
Zak may have been guilty of perhaps only having one game plan. This time it looks as though he's coming with an A, B, C, D. How do you have to adjust to his adjustments if he does make them?
I've just got to stick to what I've been doing in this camp. At the end of the day, we've had a proper camp, so there's no excuses on Friday night. As long as I stick to what I've been doing in the gym, there shouldn't be a problem.
Give us a prediction. How does this fight go? When the first bell goes, what kind of fight do you envision?
Fireworks.
Similar to the first fight?
Similar, yeah.
Decision?
Cullen stoppage.
Big shout. Zak, how does this fight go second time round?
I'm like you, Jack, I've never been stopped before. And you've tasted a stoppage, so maybe I could stop you.
Fair enough.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Tune in Sky Sports on Saturday night. Boys, did we get a handshake?
I'm not happy you swore at me. I heard you swore at me. I didn't understand what you said.
Did I swear at you?
Yeah, you said a C word. And I
Felt like you. I'm not sorry, yeah.
I'm not happy with that. I might pay you back on Saturday for that.
Yeah, well.